Hey, what's up guys? Tyler from TechSpace. And if you're like me, you have a solid state for a lot of your programs and things that may be based on speed, and then you have a hard drive for things like your documents, things that you maybe don't need to get to as quickly. So today we're going to be going over what should go on your solid state drive and what should go on your hard drive. Now, one of the first things that should always go on your solid state no matter what is your operating system. Having your operating system on your solid state automatically makes everything about your computer faster. That's because the operating system can grab files quicker than it would have been able to if it were on a hard drive. Now, the next thing I would make sure that you have on an SSD, if you have the extra space after putting your operating system on, are intensive programs. So say Adobe applications, programs that you're going to be using a lot of your computer's power a lot of the time. So if you do a lot of rendering, I would make sure that the program that you use to do that is on your solid state, because it's going to make it run so much faster. The next thing that you can put on your solid state, if you have even more room after adding those programs, is single player games that don't update a lot. The reason you want single player games is because it doesn't make a lot of sense to have multiplayer games on a solid state, because one, they update a lot, and normally the people you're playing with don't have a computer as fast as you do. If you have a solid state and a hard drive, they're most likely running theirs on a traditional hard drive, which means that they're going to load in slower than you do. So there's no point in loading in faster than someone in a multiplayer game, because you're most likely not going to be able to start the game until they load in as well. So you're going to be waiting no matter what. So there's no point in putting extra games that are multiplayer on a solid state. You might as well just go with single player games. Another reason that it's good to put games on solid states that don't update a lot is because games that update a lot use up a lot of that SSD's lifespan. Solid state drives have a set lifespan, and that's the amount of read and writes that they can do before they die. And while you're probably not going to use all these up, it's still good to go ahead and plan for that and make sure that you're only putting games on there that you really need to. So like CPU intensive games that are single player, like maybe GTA. I know there is an online edition, but most people play the single player. You can put GTA on there, maybe Skyrim, The Witcher 3, things like that. Whereas when you have multiplayer games like Overwatch and things like that, you're going to want to go ahead and put those on the hard drive. Another thing that I don't suggest putting on your solid state, in fact I wouldn't put it on at all, is your documents and your user files. So that's like the documents, pictures, downloads, all of those can go on your hard drive, because your hard drive generally normally it has more space than your solid state, so you want to conserve the space on your solid state. Normally, or for me anyway, my downloads folder has a lot of files in it that are just taking up a lot of space, and there's no point in them being on my solid state because I'm not opening them a lot. So I would make sure that those are all on your hard drive, as well as big pictures and video files. You want all of those on your hard drive as well. Basically all of the really big files that don't need a lot of processing power or that you're not going to be opening a lot would always go on your hard drive. All of my YouTube recordings go there, everything like that all goes on my hard drive because I don't want to be using that precious solid state space. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.